An anime about a guy being chased by pussy. I'm in. Hey guys, the Black Critic Guy here today to review the anime Nyan Koi. So Nyan Koi follows a guy named Junpei Kosaka who, after destroying a sacred cat shrine, gets the terrible curse of being able to speak to and understand cats, which in hindsight doesn't really sound like that bad of a curse. I mean, there are many people in the world that would love to be able to communicate with animals, particularly cats, until you discover that Junpei is actually allergic to cats. Well, as they say in Avenue Q,
It sucked to be me. It sucked to be me. I say it suck, 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 suck. It sucked to be me.
and in order to uplift this curse, Junpei must fulfill the request of 100 cats or be turned into a cat himself. And we basically just follow him as he helps various cats and also deals with his own romantic comedy situations along the way. Now, funny enough, this anime review came as a last-minute request by Ben Tuttle, the artist behind BCG Rumble and Pemperu. I decided to make one of the last anime reviews I do in January be something that Ben himself recommended me. And at first he recommended me Midori Days, and that kind of fizzled out. And then he recommended me Nogizaka Haruka no something. I really don't remember much about it because I was bored out of my fucking mind watching it. It's one of the blandest, most generic rom-coms I've seen in a very long time. Just don't see that one. And so in a last-minute effort to give me something to watch and review, he's like, okay, well, why not just watch Nyan Koi and tell me what you think about it? And I'm so glad that he recommended it to me because, guys, I had a blast watching this anime. It's just so damn entertaining. Is the anime cliche? Hell yes it is. In fact, it follows 8 of the 10 biggest cliches you can find in a romantic comedy anime, but being a huge fan of romantic comedy animes, cliches don't bother me that much, and they handle it in a very entertaining fashion. Plus, the anime gets automatic kudos from me for not committing one of the biggest sins a romantic comedy anime could ever make. And that's taking an overly dramatic turn with its story at any given point. Never once in this anime does it ever focus on or take a dramatic turn. Sure, there's some dramatic moments sprinkled throughout the anime, but it's mostly used for character development and they don't really last that long. They either get cut off by the comedy or the moment just comes to an end. The anime knew exactly what it was and it fully embraced that, and it knew where the focus should lie, on the characters and the comedic situations. And that's why Nyan Koi succeeds. And with all that said, it's the anime's solid comedy and approach that is one of its best attributes. It's pretty damn hilarious. There were multiple times throughout the show where I was laughing my ass off at a situation that the characters were in, or a conversation that 2 characters or more characters would be having, or just seeing freaking Junpei have to deal with all these cats and the fact that he's allergic to them. I mean, that made for some really funny situations. Now granted, many of the comedic situations presented in the anime are a bit played out and we have seen dozens of times before in other rom-com anime, but this anime adds its own unique style and spin to these tired old bits. Like the whole bit where you have a character that looks like a guy, sounds like a guy, and does a lot of things that guys do but turns out to be actually a girl. They do that in this anime, but they add their own unique spin to it in that the character is still a love interest to the main guy, but is very forceful about it. Most of the time, when they're revealed to be a girl, they kind of act more feminine and shy, but no, she's very direct with Junpei. Like, she would just get in his face and tell him, hey, if you're not gonna be with this girl, you're gonna marry me. It's gonna happen. I'm not gonna lie, those were some of the funniest moments in this anime, and she was without question my favorite character to watch. And also, there's these twin characters who I swear to Jeebus are the spitting image of Eri Sawichka. One of them even acts like Eri, tsundere to the freaking max. The other one is a bit unstable, a stalker, and borderline yandere. By themselves, these characters would have been completely cliche. We've seen them a dozen times in other rom-com animes. But together, they make a very unique and dynamic duo for comedic situations with the main character. I mean, a tsundere yandere team up, I haven't seen that before in an anime. That's really interesting. And since I've gone into detail and shared my thoughts on some of these characters already, guess I should just delve right into my overall opinions about these characters. For the most part, I enjoyed them. They were very entertaining to watch, both the humans and the cats. In fact, I was really surprised at how much personality and humor they gave these cats. I mean, they were really fun to watch, and just seeing some of them mess with Junpei was really freaking funny. In fact, the anime even presents a cat equivalent to a tsundere. That's right, there's a tsundere cat in this anime, and she has this relationship with this one cat guy that I swear to God is your typical rom-com relationship, but in cat form. That right there just had me laughing. And the various relationships throughout the anime were convincing. I felt a bond between Junpei and Kaede. I felt a connection between Junpei and Kaneko. They all shared many funny moments and many sweet and adorable moments. It was believable. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like the story of the anime is anything unique or original. It is your standard rom-com story, but it is well handled, and I did like the added supernatural element of Junpei being able to talk to cats and having to uplift a curse. That was actually unique. And finally, the voice acting and music. The Japanese voice actors, they all did a really good job. The English dub, I'm not a huge fan of. I mean, it was okay in some parts, but mostly I would say just see the Japanese sub. That's much better. And then the music. Really love the opening and ending themes. They're very catchy, they're very upbeat. Now, as I said prior, although I enjoy this anime a lot, I do acknowledge that it is flawed. Without question, this anime is chock full of cliches. Some that worked, others that didn't. In fact, the one cliche element in this anime that just really made me angry was this out of nowhere pool episode in the middle of the anime. I was like, was that even necessary? Did you really need to put in a pool episode in the anime? Here's the answer. No, they just shoehorned it in because they needed an obligatory pool episode so that they could show tits and ass and provide fan service to the audience. As if they weren't doing that already. Some of the characters in the anime I wasn't a huge fan of, and I felt like were really superfluous. Like this one male lady that Junpei bumps into in one episode, and she kind of lingers around now and again. I didn't really understand what the purpose of her character was. I mean, she wasn't necessarily a part of Junpei's harem, and she only pops up now and again in the anime, but doesn't really serve much of a purpose. Honestly, if you were to take this character out, the anime would be no different, highlighting how completely pointless and ineffectual she was. And it's because of the addition of this character that she takes away focus from other characters that I personally felt like deserved it more. Like Junpei's friends, I would have loved to see them incorporate them more into the story. They were fun, they were entertaining, and they were very interesting, but they're completely sidelined. But overall, guys, although I acknowledge that this anime is flawed, I cannot deny that I got a kick out of watching Nyan Koi. It's just a really fun and entertaining rom-com anime, and I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 stars. I think that it is definitely worth watching, especially if you're a fan of romantic comedy animes like myself. But anyway, what did you guys think of this anime? Did you really enjoy it? Did you get a kick out of it? Was it probably really boring and cliche and you just couldn't get into it? And let me know, who is your favorite tomboy character in an anime? Comment below, let me know, and stay tuned. I probably might have another anime review out today, as I did promise you guys 2 anime reviews, so stay tuned for that. And the top 10 list will still be coming tomorrow. The first and second one have been completed. They just need to be uploaded. I'm working on the third one and the fourth one as we speak. And I will be having my live chat this Sunday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouNow.com. So until then, guys, if you'd like to see more videos on this channel and be a part of the Black Critic crew, please hit that subscribe button below, like this video if you really enjoyed it, and I'm 21 the second, the Black Critic Guy. Till then, peace, YouTube.